guys? What's happening? Sunday. Little something that NIHAP sent me. King in the North Barrel-Aged Imperial Stout. A beer from John Snow, whoever he is. A rich, bold Imperial Stout. Sounds good already. Aged in bourbon barrels, dark, aromatic, and full-bodied. It's a fitting companion for a long, dark night. 11%. Bottle cap looks something like this. It's from Mama Gang, and I'm going to open it up with a retro opener. You know, when Hornet Fixer tried smuggling this firearm through the airport and completely baffled TSA, because they're the smartest people on the whole planet. And I'm using a John Solar approved receptacle. %. Seems how probably going to screw it up anyway. Just go straight on to the light test, just to piss off Mr. Holster. Firefly, low, medium, high, and turbo. Oh, even the head stops it. When you get head so great it stops light. Smells oaky. Those dark malts. Cheers. It's too late. I failed. Has a for something this dark, it has a lighter mouthfeel. And the flavors are still pouring on. Last thing I had, by now, I hope a bunch of you watched Christine's video. She made lasagna hamburgers. I mean, how can you go wrong, really? If you don't like the hamburger, you can scrape the patty off and eat the lasagna. If you don't like lasagna, you can scrape the lasagna off and eat the hamburger, or just do what I did and eat both. Has quite a bit of carbonation. Notice that right off the bat. I'm getting a semi-sweet dark malts and like a chocolate, milk chocolate, cocoa. That's hanging with me. Yeah, it's kind of maybe a little bit of coffee in there. So I just been kind of goofing off all day. I've got gun parts and that box and cardboard box and gun parts and that cardboard box and this shit there and that shit there, and I went through everything and kind of tried to organize, and then I realized I found, you know, a pin in this one and a spring in that one and a detent over in that one, and I decided to throw a lower together and give my Project Overkill a home instead of having to share with somebody else. Kind of the mother of desperation, or whatever you want. I couldn't find like the perfect combination of pins and grips, and I had an Odinworks. Yeah, I'll shut up and I'll just show it to you. Long story short, I had those leftover red pins that I didn't use on my Alicia project. I know they're a little bit more brilliant because they're an anodized red, and I had this gold Odinworks mag release, so I just decided to paint it. I don't know how long it's going to hold up, but I painted up the grip. used that stock that was in the tack pack. This thing is actually, I'm actually kind of digging it. It's got the battery tubes or oil tube or whatever the hell you want to put in there. It, unlike a lot of stocks, even like Luth AR, they don't send the insert for quick release, which was kind of cool. So I just figured, screw it. I found enough goodies to throw a lower together, so that my this is a dedicated 22 long rifle, and I actually shoot this quite a bit. It's entertaining, and all the scope on here is basically made to go on like a 7mm Magnum or a 270. It's the Vortex, the Crossfire 2 with the bullet drop compensation. But the only thing I really don't care, and a lot of your cheaper, or I think a lot of companies are starting to go away from that, putting the parallax on the front. Not a huge deal, but for I think when I bought it, it was maybe $170 or $150, and I think, you know, when they started coming out with different generations and these got even cheaper, it's a great damn scope for the money. Very clear, has the bullet drop compensated in it. It is not a first focus plane. That's about the only real negative on it, and it's a 6 to 18. So it's definitely overkill on a 22 long rifle, but it's still a lot of fun. I mean, if nothing else, I can see the target at 100 yards and know where I'm hitting without having to walk down and get to it. So, you know, I just thought, what the hell? You know, some people may say yes or no, but, you know, I thought the grip came out kind of cool. Like I said, I don't know how long it's going to last, and at least the grip and the mag release came out the same color. I mean, I probably could have just shot the pins again and got everything closer, but I did not care. I just figured if I had a complete upper that I used quite a bit, what the hell, make a rifle. One more thing that pissed off a liberal. Oh, and Smile Money, I did a modification on the Snowflake Melter. Do you like it? And yes, these blade, you can see, you loosen up that screw. You know, it's a little bit of a pain in the ass. You kind of have to find where that detent or the recess is, and you just slide it kind of into that spot. Kind of get it tight so you can sort of find the hole by kind of rounding around the lip. And then once you get it where you want it, you can lock it down. So, you know, if you want to find the exact throw length that works for you, in essence, I just took an AR pistol and turned it into a rifle. I suppose the ATF would have a problem with that too. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding, Smile Money. I can guarantee you this modification made it not work. Mainly because there's no bolt carrier in this one. But you guys that saw the video, I just felt it was better for the sake of our raffle to have some sights on it, so I threw in a set of Magpul flip-ups. Since it had flat dark earth furniture on it, I figured it wasn't going in the wrong direction by doing this. And yeah, this seriously, I'll probably just put it back. But if you're one of the people that win it, yeah, just all you need to do is just take out your Allen wrench. I know it's gunsmithing. Oh my God, they're gonna have a field day. Back it out enough that you can move it to what throw length works best for you. and right there it found one of the valleys for the hole, and just cinch it up. So I mean, you can get it, you can put it where you want it. I mean, shit, you can make it the same as a regular stock if you want. So yep, Snowflake Melter. Okay, drinking beer and answering comments, or reading them at least. First was Brad Thomas. Second was John Solar. Saying fourth but really being third was Otis71. Stalker Steve saying third but really being fourth. He must have figured it out when he said, God damn it. Douglas, top 5? Actually, 5. Bearded CB, 6th. Still didn't finish the other vid, was napping during the iHeart Club. Yeah, there's a bunch of you in the iHeart Club, I'm sorry. Aunt Keck, shit. Aunt Keck, ball bags. It's also a bit on the cold side. You know, I'm not a fan of by any means of warm beer, but this is kind of a big bottle, and I didn't quite take it out of the Frigipoo in time, so it's 37.4, and real cold burnout. What has it been now? Like 2 frickin' years, and the battery is still shown as is full charged. Yeah, but you guys have seen it every time it's ever been used. Yeah, you guys have seen it happen. Multi-Gunman, I'm here, and I'm early for once. Yeah, yes you are. Gunwild, top 10, I hope you had a happy birthday. Jolson, we need more cowbell and shots. And Jolson says they have a Doghead 120 here, but I ain't paying that much for beer. Well, yeah, I think in its freshest point, it would be more to your desire. If I wasn't doing a big beer today, I actually threw that one that I had out in here. Oh, and Steve, this was one that I bought. I got a 4-pack sitting back there that I bought, and there's a 4-pack sitting back there that Johnny Watson bought. And you know, Johnny, if you're here and you want to have one, obviously, you know, whatever. But I'm not saving them for you. Just saying. But they haven't even hit a year yet, so. Hey, look. A muzzle device that actually doesn't look overly large on the Project Overkill. Smile Money, happy birthday, Gunwild 1. Gunwild said thank you, sir, to him. Sonoran Desert Prepper, after years and years, you made me spit out my beer. 44-minute mark to the 45-minute mark. Laugh out loud. You're the best. Let me guess. That was when that goddamn song was on. Sugar Shack. Thank you, Gunwild. Ah, shit. Fumaster 212 here at work again. Gave him a thumbs down. Sorry, that was supposed to be an I heart thing. Oh, yeah, I forgot. What? Bearded CB. Okay, just got done with Christine's show. Here's the funny thing. We had at least, well, now when I say we, I mean me, and John Solar, because he's the one that created it. But Christine's the one that decided she wanted to talk about it, and then when afterwards she kind of probably regretted it because she actually likes to, she's good at politics and doing research on shit, but sometimes she just doesn't like to shake the boat. And there was 2 pretty healthy libtard comments made on the promo video. I responded directly to one of them, and John said, "Did you delete those comments?" And I'm just like, "No, why?" And he said, "They're gone." So the 2 individuals that left the pro global warming climate change comments deleted their comments without any follow-up bullshittery. I'm sorry. I'll just reiterate. I think the whole thing is bullshit. It's all about money. It's all about control. And like Jolson said in the comments last night, he can roll over 1,000,000 miles in his semi and not put as much pollution into the air and onto this planet than a fucking electric, anybody's electric car. Like was it the Prius is all electric? So, I mean, just fucking hypocritical. I mean, the stupidity runs amok. Not to mention, the entity that couldn't fucking fight their way out of a paper bag successfully is the one telling us, you know, what you can and can't do. Maybe you should just buy some of those carbon credits. What if I cash them in like Bitcoin? Ooh, smile money. So you guys found an app to satisfy your gender-curious desires. Must be a Spreaker star thing, laugh out loud. Well, I guess Joey is by a subcategory a Spreaker star, so I guess it could be. Beard CB, Eric modified the fuck out of his pistol till it doesn't work, question mark? No, never. Yeah. Actually, as of this moment in time, I really can't, off the top of my head, I can't really think of anything that I've done that's, you know, again, I think it's kind of a stretch to have a bad part. That's like saying that you paid, I don't know, $1 million for a Bugatti Veyron, and for some weird reason it blows a fuse and all of a sudden the brake lights don't work, and that's justified as a terrible car. You know, probably the one that maybe I didn't fight it the most. It was just a big issue because I didn't want to be without the gun, and that would be the FN57, because in order to have it fixed properly, it had to be shipped to Jay at Elite Ammunition, so it was gone, and I didn't want it to be gone, so I tried a bunch of shit myself, but yeah, that turned out to be, I don't know, Jay could probably tell you, a 5-cent part. A 5-cent part was what was, it was just the mag. Basically the mag bar, kind of like a spring, was bent in the wrong direction and basically stopping the mag from seating like it was supposed to. So it wasn't going all the way up to the point where it locked because the bar, that spring, the bar was bent. So, besides that, I'd be the last person that would ever knock on somebody else for making something his own. I know a lot of people that are content going out and ordering an AR-15, and it shows up with the A1, A2 style grip and the beehive parts on it, and they just go out and shoot it. That's not me. and I'm not embarrassed. I'm proud of the fact that I like to build my shit and make it look like stuff that nobody else has. And if along the way you run into some kind of a hiccup and something needs to be adjusted or fixed, so be it. Some things are more complicated. You might be trying a part. You know, JR10 Desert Gold. You know, he's been working with trying to get. He's a big fan of the instead of having your normal gas block, having a piston drive system. I have actually never owned a piston driven AR platform. Even JP, when I asked them, I'm like, you know, you're looking at $5,000 rifles and up, and they are all your traditional gas operated, and they're just like they said they don't see really any significant reason to switch to stuff that usually adds a little weight and the possibility of issues. You know, yes, you use a piston system, you probably shoot all day long and not find shit for dirt inside, because everything is contained on the end of the barrel where the gas block and the piston, the setup starts. But to each his own. If you want to buy them and pull them out of the box and love them and enjoy them, I'm all for that. You want to tear them apart and put parts on there that makes your heart go pitter patter, then you are right up my alley. Bearded CB PMag full of green tips to add to the AR pistol melter. Now I'm just assuming that you're offering that up. I will verify that, and if that's the case, then I will have John Solar edit up the description, and I will change the description in the video that I just put up to let people know that you are adding a PMag full of ammo for this. And just so everybody knows, this did not just start. It as we speak, there was 50 entries, and right now I've been contacted by two of my good friends that don't do Facebook that want to get in on this, and I haven't had verification on what numbers and how many they want to buy. But as of right now, it's $20 per number. And 2, 5, 17, 18, 19, 20, 23, 26, 29, 30, 32, 34, 35, 36, 38, 39, 41, 43, 44, 46, 48, and 49 are still available out of 50. So off the top of my head, it looks like over half of them have been sold. Bearded CB. I should be editing and uploading now, but I'm not, and tomorrow with you deer to butcher, I blame you, Eric, and Two Brothers Brewing. Sorry. Gunwild, climate change is been happening since the beginning of time. It is not man-made and cannot be stopped like the flat earthers think. Just my opinion. No, Gunwild, that's exactly what me and Christine talk about all the time. With so little knowledge. Like, I don't even know what an analogy works. I'm mostly speaking to the choir. If Mother Earth has been around from edge of screen to edge of screen, and our existence on this planet represents a hairline in the middle, and the temperature happens to warm up a little bit, what the fuck are you basing it on? Now, if you could go back and talk to God or whoever you believe in, and you were here, and you could get to right here, which is right now, and be able to look at a bar graph the whole way, if it started here and it was 0 degrees, and it's progressively been going like, well, actually, to be honest, if story time, if this is the dawn of time when our planet came to be, and this is now, and mankind, we started walking this earth right here by her titty. Here's a good example. Her titty is now. Right here is when man started walking this planet. And over here, Justin's cheek, is the creation of this planet. If the temperature was 70 degrees, 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 oh, man started walking this planet. It's about 71 degrees because he farted. Then about here, the Industrial Revolution started, and we started producing pollutants, and then the temperature went straight to her titty. There's the proof. There's something that I tangibly, that word, can believe in. Now, if you're telling me back here at Justin's cheek, and it's 70 degrees, and then it gets a little colder, and then we roll along for a couple hundred years, and then it starts to get a little bit warmer, and then it flatlines, and then it gets a little bit colder, and then it gets a little bit warmer, and then it gets a little bit colder, and you get the idea. We get over here, and right when somebody started writing this shit down on paper, it had been warm 100 years, but it had started to cool off. Now we're at the point where it naturally starts warming up again. Let's touch tips. You don't fucking know. So don't make me have to buy carbon credits, make you feel bad because I drive a big goddamn car and you're driving around in your little battery-powered car that's magically charged, and all that lead and shit that was those batteries were produced from also came from magic. Don't fucking get so arrogant that you can come and tell me how I have to live, what I have to do. No. You should be responsible on your own. End of story. Fuck off. Oof. I gymmed on you. Smile money. I grew up in an area of steel production. It would rain little silver particles every night. A river nearby was so polluted it caught fire. Our cars had no pollution controls. We have made improvements. They just want to tax us more and pay for incentives for solar because the progressives invested their money in alternative energy and losing their asses. Yeah. Smile money, you constantly, you'll take a shot at me and then come back with some powerful ass shit like that, and that's why I love you, because you are climate change. But he's true. But what he says is right on. We have, on our own. See, that kind of goes back to the libtard Democrats saying Republicans just want to kill old people and they don't care about the land and they just want to pollute. You know what? We live here too, fuck nuts. We live here too. If the world turned upside down tomorrow and me and Jim and John Solar and Joey, I almost just said Ed right there, and Gunwild, just you guys, we all created a community. Would we be drinking fucking dirty water? And would our roads suck? No. We'd roll up our sleeves, we'd do what we need to do for our family, for our community, and for our existence. Fucking Democrat libtards are the dumbest cocksuckers on the planet. They know that what they preach is bullshit. So all they have is to try to fearmonger and to get into the heads of the ultra weak people. And boy, there's a lot of them. Bearded CV? Being a good steward is a great way to be a good person in general. Fuck the EPA. Smile Money. Borrow Eric's guns and shoot them, please. They are being fondled and dry-fired, but they never get any real boom action. Just like I just said. That bearded CB. Nope. German, Polish, and 15% native. Oh, ladies. Oh, ladies, fam is Norwegian. Oh, the old lady's family is Norwegian. Yeah, it's a little bit lefse. Oh, yeah. Gunwild. Did you see the video of the guy deer hunting with a BMG 50? The shot went over the top of the deer's head, and the shockwave, or whatever it's called, kinetic energy, lots of kinetic energy. It basically beheaded the deer and turned its brain into mush. Some might have seen the video. The deer dropped, but the head wasn't attached. There was a lot of debate. I do not believe a miss could kill. That's a good question. That is a good question, Smile Money. Knowing what I know about the BMG 50 round and the amount of kinetic energy traveling with it and that shockwave and you don't have to be hit by an F-16 or a jet fighter, but if it flies right over you and is close enough, I'm pretty sure it'll kill you. Again, without having seen anybody do any testing on this, to actually shoot a grazer shot, not actually physically hit a physical target like something jelly versus like a steel target to see what happens. The wave around the bullet, I don't know about. The kinetic energy traveling with the bullet, I've been told I've been told if you shot somebody with a BMG 50 and at the second that the projectile, say, got to your center of mass, you could have the Star Trek Enterprise beam the bullet out, but the kinetic energy traveling with the bullet was still there. It would annihilate whatever it hit. So, I don't know, we'll just leave this as a curious debate. And Smile Money puts up a 50 cal sniper bullet shockwave can kill, fact or myth, and it's a video from Demolition Ranch. I don't mean to piss anyone off who's a big fan, but there's a lot of bigger YouTube channels that I used to follow and think was a lot of fun, and I've unsubbed quite a few of them because Demolition Ranch is one of them. I don't find any of his last videos entertaining at all anymore. So I don't know what happened. Maybe he's trying too hard or something. Gunwild, in case you haven't watched the video on Black Rifles Are Fun's channel, he mentions both you and Hornifixer. He seems like he'd fit right into this community. I did watch the video, and he definitely sounds like he'd fit in. So I'm subbed, and I asked a bunch of you guys to go over and subscribe to him. He had 1 sub, and then the Brew channel subbed him, so then he had 2 subs, and then Ebomi subbed him, so he had 3 subs, and right now he has 7. So being this, without having to pull out the calculator or anything like that, I see that, now I lost track. 7. 4 of you. It was like 6 seconds ago, and I completely forgot as to how many numbers that was. So 4 of you did what I asked and went over and showed Black Rifles Are Fun some love, and I appreciate that. Gunwild again, twat. I like it and gives me an idea for a new YouTube channel. twat fixer. Hey Google, what's the definition of twat?
Here's the definition of twat. Vulgar slang. A woman's genitals.
What's the definition of cunt?
Here's the definition of vulgar slang. A woman's genitals.
Is there any more vulgar slangs for a woman's genitals?
Sorry, I don't know how to help with that yet.
You know why? Because you are a twat.
Sorry, I can't help with that yet.
Dumb twat says what? Just kidding. Gunwild.
Here's a summary from the website vocabulary.com. Twat. A twat is either a vagina or a jerk. If you refer to a woman's genitals as a twat, that might be even more offensive. So unless you want to get punched in the face or sent to the principal's office, just don't say it.
Are you lecturing me on etiquette?
Sorry, I don't understand.
Because you're a twat.
Sorry to disappoint you.
Oh, you don't disappoint me.
My apologies, I don't understand.
I love you. You want to make whoopee?
My apologies, I don't understand.
Just an idea for upcoming versions of Google Home. You might want to put a little like fleshy... Never mind. Gunwild. Thank you for the birthday wishes, and now that the video is at its end, I'm hoping to go have a celebratory cigar and a tumbler of Maker's Mark. Cheers, my friend. I hope you did that. My house guest, Steve, I've had a couple of cigars, not one of yours, Gunwild, and I apologize because the other night I put on I thought it was an adequate jacket. I wasn't quite dressed like Matt was, but I went outside with my Stefan, and I smoked one of the Monte Criscos that Johnny Concho sent me, and it took like about that much off the end of the cigar before I started I'm like, oh my God. So last night when I went out with Steve and had another cigar, again, the cigars that Gunwild sent were like some big ass ring gauge size fuckers, and there was no way that I wanted to be outside long enough to smoke one of those up. Today might be a different story though. Hey Google, what's the temperature right now?
The current temperature in Duluth is 30.
That sounds perfect for smoking a big ass cigar. What do you think? Jolson, I'll probably end up getting a Huber break after I actually get it built. Let me know. I will try my best. I don't want to take advantage of John Huber. I mean, he's after having one of his friends basically fuck his company over. He's got enough restructuring to do, but if I can help, I definitely will. I'm still thinking about if anybody has what looks to be a somewhat effective break, chambered in 1/2 by 28. Because I did verify that's what the barrel is for Alicia. Let me know, because I'd like to put something that looks a little bit more aggressive on there than the. I'm sorry if Odinworks you see this, but I really don't care for the Odinworks brakes. Maybe they work, but I just don't like the way that they look, and there is something to be said about looking at it and going, damn. And I know some of you guys look at the Huber brake and go, it's fugly. I'll give you that. The first time I saw one, I was like, man, I don't know. I mean, the first one that I had on the Mosin, and some of you miss it. Some of you say I should go back to it. It was the full 1-inch square brake. John found that the performance of the 3/4 inch, which looks so much smaller, it just kind of made the rifle a little bit more, not classy, but it doesn't look like a hoagie bun on the end of it like the BMG does. And he found that the performance was pretty equal. So there was no necessary reason to have the big loaf of bread on there. So he custom made me kind of a Damascus looking one for, well, actually I think that one ended up getting polished. He did a polished one for the Mosin, and then the Damascus one for my AR pistol. And yes, some people, I'll agree. When I can go bring out 3 rifles right now, and the brakes on the end of them make me go, man, I just love the way that looks. It's aggressive. Even the one that Stephen Bush recommended, that's on the 24 inch. Even it looks like you just pulled it right off of a fucking Abrams tank, and works or don't work. I don't know. I still have to get out and put some shots through it. But John's doesn't quite give me the for aesthetics, but what they do in performance, there's nothing. I'm sorry, there's nothing that touches them. Everything that I have tried on like the same rifle, my AR pistol is the greatest example. Right now, if we went out, Smile Money, you want to get me out shooting? Come on over. You can do a Magnum. We'll put the D60 in that, and then we'll put the D60 in mine and film them side by side. It is night and day. Night and day. Not only are you getting pushed back, but the barrel wants to constantly go up and to the right. John's brake, even though there's no top ports, I don't know. Travis said it best. John Huber made a deal with the devil. Jolson, I'm working on getting the stuff together for your Christmas present. Just don't think it's going to make it to you in time. Honestly, you really shouldn't. Financially this year, I'm not even getting my kids anything this year. I don't have any money. I have something that I want to give to Christine, and I mentioned it to a couple of really good friends today, and they thought that that was awesome. So she might be the only person that I do anything for, and I'm able to pull that off without having to buy anything. So that's the only reason that it's happening. Jolson, hey, I am classy, damn it. That's why I drink the champagne of beers. It's my fantasy just to be happy. You are in it. Laugh out loud. Jolson, I still want my 12.7 millimeter or magazine fed 500 Smith & Wesson. JR10. 4th ain't bad, 5th ain't bad. In the words of Sir Sean Connery, my idol, losers always whine about their best. Winners go home and fuck the prom queen. What movie? That's, Sean Connery is awesome. Sean Connery. Bond. James Bond. Johnny Concho. Thank you, JR10, for the shout out. Laugh out loud. JR10, the standard thread pitch for 9mm is 1/2 by 28. See, I knew I didn't have to waste my time looking it up. JR10, hey Google, play the Camel Toe song.
Should I still play that on living room speaker too?
No, you can play it down here.
Sorry, do you want to play the Camel Toe song single on living room speaker too?
No.
No problem. Here's the album The Camel Toe Song single on Spotify.
How does that work? If I wanted it to play.
It looks uncomfortable to me, but what it shows no one can deny. It filled me with a sense of wonder and awe. It truly is a sight to behold. What you're seeing is the outline there of an enormous vaginal fold. It's the camel toe, the camel toe, it's the camel toe. The camel toe, it's the camel toe. The camel toe. Ooh, baby, the camel toe. It's like the toe or the hoof of a camel, cause it made up of a two-piece. But you could also call that thing up there an enormous labia crease.
Okay, Google. Just continue playing that song, please. What the fuck? You know, JR10, as far as, I don't know what's the proper word, Jolson just used it, so I'm going to use it again. Class. I envision my friend, JR10, Desert Gold, like, you know, as far as a classy guy goes, I mean, I think he's probably a super person. I'd love to get together someday, go shooting, eat anything that he makes food-wise, drink some of his home brew. God damn it, it would be like probably a weekend that would be forgotten, because I'd be like, where am I? But every now and then I've got some questionable material that I think about sending you in Messenger, and then go, no, I don't want to wreck our relationship because I just sent him a chick that looks like she's part of an Arby's commercial, if you know what I mean. And then when you recommend a song like that, all of a sudden I see you driving around in a beat-to-shit Mercedes-Benz with some brother music playing out loud. You got your gold tooth. Ben N, not first. Thank you for the update, Ben. J-Dog, here from work. J-Dog. Jolson, listen here, twat waffle. You know, I was an ass man, not really a titty guy, long as they are big enough to get the job done. Twat waffle. Well, thanks. You know, he did use twat in a sentence. Bearded CB, hashtag be like Ed. Got deer to butcher, so might make it to the club meeting, maybe. That was 7 hours ago. Yeah, I can't do that. I can't. I mean, I've seen some pretty disgusting stuff without, you know, hurling or anything like that, but I don't know. I mean, maybe if it was like the last thing that we could possibly do to exist, I could do it. But Wade, climate change is all about money and control. The elite think they're stupid enough to believe that it's not cycle, and paying taxes to them will stop it. Good point. Just give us more money. That'll make it all right. Gunwild. Gillian, 426. Mike, pour it like you mean it, Eric. Cheers. Yeah, I can't do that with this one. This shit would be all over the place. Mr. Ulster, 205. When it's time to drink, don't talk. You know, part of a brew review, I don't know if you've seen how this works, Mr. Holster, but there's people that spend a significant amount of time looking at it. Then they smell it. Then they taste it. You know, this beer should be treated like a woman. We just don't go trudging straight for the clitoris. We gotta give her a little kiss. We gotta give her a little love. Yeah, that's Monty Python. Boy, you just don't go trudging straight for the clitoris. Give her a little kiss. Gillian again. I'd buy in, but no money. Yeah, so would I. Well, not gonna lie, I'd definitely like me another one of these. And you know, this brace actually, it isn't. I could give probably 3 on the market right now that are the one from Strike Industries. I would love to get my hands on that one, but evidently I don't pull the kind of numbers that they're looking for. They're happy to send me a $50 trigger, but a $200 adjustable brace, that's a different story. Yep. What we got for a serial number? Oh yeah. Oh yeah, baby. Yeah, someone's gonna be very happy. This is I think it's sexy without really having to do much to it. Like I said, I'd clean up the trigger. This would have to go. I'm sorry. The brake is gone. I can tell you right now, you're not gonna have a lot of fun shooting this one the way it is. You need some John Huber help, some love for sure on there. Not sure about open sights. I'd still probably do like a Holosun. I'd like to get my hands on one of those someday, but right now isn't that day. Right now, I have a new obsession. I want to do me a retro build. Almost to the point of selling some stuff. I tried this afternoon and I had a couple people tell me not to. Hey, there's my cock. How'd the fucking thing get there? Hey, come on up. Get a little sunlight on you. Well, fluorescent light, actually, LED light. Where are we? Aaron Browen? Cheers. Glad you really enjoyed my beers. Sorry my handwriting sucks. Laugh out loud. Love your channel. Oh. That's on, that was on Ugly Mug. Oh, that video actually wasn't all that long ago. It says, it looks like it could be us v. Musk Coffee. It's 8.1%. Oh, he's seriously? This is this was the beer that I got from NIHAP. Beer that I got from NIHAP, but it must be someone from the brewery. Aaron Browen. My handwriting sucks. Love your channel. Then he made another comment for the Ugly Mug. Also, once our official labels arrive for this beer, I would like to mail you out a new one. No more sloppy handwriting. Laugh out loud. Aaron, you're making me wet. I'll have to remember to comment back on that video, because you're never going to see this comment 53 minutes in on the wrong video. But sweet, awesome. I feel like Stephen Bush all of a sudden when people that make beer find me. Mr. Holster, Al Gore is so full of it, he is about to explode. No shit. I mean, I'll never get to the point where I want somebody to not exist anymore, but go the fuck away. Close your goddamn pie hole, because when it opens, nothing comes out but bullshit. All you want to get is rich and control people. Al Gore, fuck off. Steven, Hops and Lead. I don't think I sent you that 120. Not my handwriting. No, if it's the one I showed, that was bought in here locally. which probably the case or the 4-pack after the one that I bought is still sitting in the cooler. I wonder if they'll give me a deal on it since it's not fresh anymore. I wonder if they have more than what's in the cooler. DFC 55th. %. It's not boozy. I've had other things from Ommegang, and I have to say, this is one of my favorites so far because it's an Imperial Stout. They normally are more into the Belgian styles and influences as more of a traditional Imperial Stout. It's not the most tasty I've ever had, but it has all of the stuff that I really like. Starting with 11%. But it's not boozy. I'm guessing if I, gave her a full run and start blowing coal, this would probably give a little bit of a warming. DFC, something about the word maple that I like. Oh, the last two comments are from DFC on Sugar Shack. And the last comment, technically the last comment, well, I guess it's the same guy, DFC. He got the last comment on Dogfish Head, or Dogfish Head. That's where the separation is. And he's got the last comments on Sugar Shack. Last comment, life hack, you want a beer to taste good? Drink a Leinenkugel first. Amen to that. I fucking hate Leinenkugel. Probably because it's made with Wisconsin water. I don't know if that's the actual reason. Leinenkugel sucks. I've had nothing from them that was legitimately worth ever purchasing again. Jake Leinenkugel? Or is Jake the guy that from Bush's Beans? I can't remember. Oh yeah. Uh-huh. Hey, did I mention that we had this over at Snowflake Melter? I gotta check with Bearded CB. Actually, I think it was better when it was, this still works, technically. If you're gonna, I know, we're gonna be over an hour because I haven't even gone to the iHeart Club. I would get this thing as short as possible because I get asked all the time, and it's just, to me it seems like a no-brainer. What length barrel should I put on my AR pistol? I would do a 1-inch. You're building a pistol, right? If you want a rifle, you can get up to 24 inches, or more, depending on what kind of rifle it is. But if you're going with a pistol, why would you not go as short as possible? 7.5 inch. You're making it as compact as possible. To me, if you're going to go anything other, again, my opinion, I apologize. Well, I don't really. If you built an AR pistol and you didn't use the shortest possible barrel, then it just sounds like you want a more compact rifle for some particular reason. If you're actually going for a pistol, you have to go as short as you possibly can. And as of right now, as far as I know, 7.5 inch is as short as anybody makes, because that's what the gas tubes are. Well, I guess they could actually shorten the barrel, move the gas block a little bit closer to the end, but whatever. Why? If it's got a long ass barrel, well, by the time I've seen people do like a 10-inch or 10.5-inch barrel, by the time you put a big ass muzzle device on here and then handrail, it's practically legal to be back to being a rifle. So again, to each his own. Do what you want on yours. For me, if I'm doing an AR pistol, I want it to be as small and as compact as possible. I mean, what I really like about mine is with the adjustable brace without having to use a tool is you can go from something that you can have in the house for whatever reason that you're using it in your house, personal defense, and if you're out at the range, then you can come all the way back and basically you have ATF go fuck yourself SBR. So I'll put this thing back where it was. It's easy to figure it out because there's a shiny spot and it stops right there. So I just have to move it an inch and a quarter forward and it'll be back where it was. And then whoever ends up with it can do whatever the hell they want because it'll be your rifle. Leave it the same, Smile Money, or alter it. Smile Money, first in the I Heart Club, did someone say twat? Oh, sorry. Oh yeah, no. Okay, sorry. Smile Money had the first comment in the I Heart Club. That wasn't it. That was his second comment. First was, I made it to the meeting. Let us just take a moment to be thankful for John Solar not losing his beloved PBR. Yeah, I do not want to have to deal with those counseling repercussions. Second was Aunt Keck, present for the I Heart Club duty, sir. Smile Money. Then he said, did someone say twat? Now, on the sixth glass, the last comment coming in for that was from NIHAP. Just to be clear, I am not an employee of NASA, just a consultant. And there is no such thing as Mafia or La Casa Nostra. Yeah. So he says. Actually, I take it back. I didn't get any alcohol warming on that one at all. Maybe a little bit of booziness, right at the apex of the spot. That's an official thing. Look it up. Getting plugged up. We're over an hour. Okay. Where do I put King in the North? Barrel-aged Imperial Stout, 11%. It was tasty. I would say, to be totally honest, I probably could have let this warm up just a little bit. I'd probably get a little bit more flavor. There's a little bit, when you gulp it like that, there's a little bit of an edginess. And strangely, it's not coming at the expense of, excuse me, booziness or an alcohol warming. It's just kind of a bitterness. And I think you'd probably lose that if you let this get to, say, 55, 50, 59 degrees. But it's definitely worth a try. I'm going to give it a 9. Okay. Cheers, guys. If we get together tomorrow, what should we look at? I don't know. I've got one more from NIHAP in here. I've got something that I picked up, I think, on Joey's recommendations from 6 Point. I got a sampler pack from one brewery, Shanatuck Brewing, Sagatuck Brewing. Where are you out of? That sounds awfully Michigan. Ooh, Stalker Steve territory. I got a sampler pack. Actually, I think Christine picked it up for me from a brewery I've never even heard of. I don't know. If we get an opportunity to get together tomorrow. Otherwise, guys, Stalker Steve would say, play nice, and Cobra would tell you to be like Ed. Between the two of them, seems like some pretty good words to live by. Cheers, guys.